about this Hollow Man guy where he said he was being attacked by bot farms on his live stream or whatever. Because on his live stream he had like 300,000 people watching him at the same time. Uh, at the end of it, it became, but it's not even that important. There is a bounty, supposedly, allegedly, on Candace Owens head. So anybody who is making video and exposing Candace Owens can make money off of that. And I've seen this Negro go black to Africa was saying Candace Owens is excusing the Caucasian, you know. So I was like, these niggas are just bandwagon Negroes, man. Whatever is in the time, they will jump on it. Because when Candace Owens was making name in the beginning, those same guys were saying, yeah, man, she's exposing everybody. And they was also making video how they loved Candace Owens. But many people hated Candace Owens because her husband is a Caucasian or a so-called Jew, white Jew, or Jewish guy or whatever. And this nigga is saying she's excusing the Caucasian, but nigga, you work for the Caucasian in the army. That's what I don't understand about these guys. It's the same thing I've been saying about those plantation Negroes. These plantation Negroes are in the army with the colonizer, and then they coming out telling you that you're supposed to hate the Caucasian, but the Caucasian is their father and their employer. Daily base. Even this Tazaria guy, he works for the Caucasian, but they will come out with these fake Israelites which they have stolen from the Jamaicans, Judah over there. The Lion of Judah, whenever a Jamaican, go on the island and check who you will see with the Lion of Judah. These North Americans are saying that's them now. Yeah. Even the 12th tribe, Tualufulo, they recreated a fake one of it and told the Jamaicans, you are supposed to be Benjamin. So the slave, these Jamaicans, Rastaman, were free for 500 years in the mountain fighting against these same Negroes of North America from the plantation and Paramaribo. Anywhere you had plantation, they had their own Negro soldiers, mixed blood. So they were mixed with many Caucasian and half-breeds and pure-blooded Negroes. Most of them like those and Tariq Nasheed, and they are called city Negroes, where I come from. If they say a Negro, they mean somebody from the plantation. They have no culture. Yeah, I have my real name Ohkano. All this maroon thing was made up because where I live is called Marowe. And Marowe is also a place in Africa. But anyway, it's not about that right now. But just to say, we are not the same people. Yeah, in the slave days and the plantation Negroes are the one who are in the army of the colonizer, just like Go Black and even Nathanyel. I have old videos of Nathanyel when he was on his own preaching on the street in a white T-shirt, nigga. And even I don't know what's happening with these Negroes, man. Because even Sabak, I was posting videos about Sabak until he also came out and start saying that he hated Africans and Ethiopian, trying to ridicule and Jamaicans, Ethiopia, Ethiopia, and these are slaves. So the slave is thinking they can come out from the plantation and start attacking people out here. Nigga, we were never together with you. You are the enemy who are in the army of the colonizer, just like you are right now. Go black to Africa and even Nathaniel, the bishop, he is from the police. He is from the United States Police. Go Black to Africa is a sniper army soldier and Afro think tank sniper army soldier. All of them. Sanchez. Sanchez, who hates immigrants also. They all hate immigrants. Is also a sniper of the United States Army. But they are coming to help Traore. We've seen the CIA, FBI papers of this crazy FBA and operation of Tariq Nasheed. That's why he was trying, or should I say, Marcus Sanders or Marcus Sanders, Nasheed Allah. These are all his name that he made up, just like FBA and these 12 tribe charts of the so-called Israelites stealing people history. The 12 tribe are in the jungle in Suriname. It's called Tualufulo. We don't know these niggas, and I heard this nigga saying the Maroon read the Bible and then they escaped. Nigga, I have my own alphabet. Let me see if I got my alphabet here. So I don't understand how my race could read your slave Bible, because I was not there together with you. Let me see. Let's see it. Here shows. Let me. Let me screenshot it here. Uh, uh, did they? Oh, there is different one besides it here. Let me look building. Yeah, this is better. This one is better. Alright. So we can see that these niggas are just going around trying to mention people name, and the next move they make is make movie that they are you. The same thing their colonizer father is doing is what all these niggas doing. They will come like they are friends and start telling you what you're supposed to be doing, but they are the slaves. This is my alphabet, you see? Afaka syllabary. You see, this is my real alphabet, and this is for Nate because I also made cartoons about Nate. But he will come out here and say, and those and the Maroons were reading the Bible. Nigga, if the Bible story is my story, would I have to go and read it from the Bible from your book variation? Why would Eminem? Why would Tupac have to study Eminem when he's the one who created hip hop? That's what you're saying when you speak about your 12 tribe and those things, Nate. That's the real talk. All these things you think you're doing is my culture. It's not yours. That's why when you start saying these things, you went even and said, and the Maroons were reading the Bible before. Never, it's our story. We don't have to read it. We have priests who can tell us about this thing. This is my alphabet, Afaka. You see here? The only alphabet in the Western Hemisphere. Maybe you didn't know, but now you know. You see that? The Caucasian came to in the jungle in 1910 and wrote it down on paper or whatever they came there to do. You see, it's when it was written down. You see here's 56 letters. Yours is Arabian and alphabet and has 26 letters. Yeah, stolen from East Africa even. You see that? And Jew and DU Kano. You see there? Even your Jew is in my name. And Juka is the first country in the Western Hemisphere before America or any country existed in the Western Hemisphere. It's in all your books. Nigga, that's the real talk. You see? That is what I'm saying. And it's not made up. When I speak about our God and those things, our life, our experience about our God is a living God. Yours is maybe you have to wait still on your Jesus or whatever you think you're doing. And it's even if it was so, it's you saying it. These niggas will come out and say, I am a prophet. I'm a prophet. Because I thought I saw these niggas just like preachers in the world, like in a priest. But now they say they are the prophets. Where I come from, if you are a prophet, you need to prophesy now, today. Not come and tell us what is written in the book. Everybody can read. We don't know if the police have you reading this Bible to the black people and Africans and Nate. Because you are the police. Go back to Africa. We don't know if they sending you to Africa to try and assassinate Traore. You and Go Black, you and Afro think tank. We don't know that, nigga. You see that? Because that is what your ancestors were doing. And as I speak right now, you niggas are still in the army of the Caucasian. Yeah. And then coming out saying, yeah, man, we supposed to be together with whom? Never trust thine enemy, remember? Never trust thine enemy, and it goes for you too, all your fake Israelites out there. These niggas went and stole the Lion of Judah from Jamaica, even. And from South America. Those people had it over there. No, yeah, man. Let's see here, man.
Of two standing organisms alive that was affected by slavery.
So this is a part.
Find as an American, it's a fundamental contradiction.
This is a part of an search for Uhuru. That's what I was saying about James Small and these guys. They wanna say they are FBA and Pan Africa. It doesn't work. You're not gonna come out and act like you're African and then create another section within, destroying everything. That's psyop shit. You are foundational black American, but you African. So Americans are Africans now. Americans were enslaved. Nigga, be American and get the fuck on. That's what I was saying all the videos, man. We don't know these niggas. These niggas making movie about Maroon speaking on about my race. It's just like a Chinese making movie about Japanese people when they were fighting against each other. Not even each other. The Japanese was attacking the Chinese. It's the same with the plantation Negroes who are coming into the jungle killing indigenous people so-called Native Americans and Africans. That's why these same Israelites will tell you that they hate Africans because they are from the plantation and they think we are the same, stealing everybody's history. This go black to Africa goes there, take information, acts like he's an African. 2 days later, I hate them people, man. I'm going black, man. No, nigga, go back to America. That's what your name's supposed to be, because you are an army officer or whatever you are. All of these niggas, man. What is his name? The guy of GMS. Tahar. Tahar was an exposing Nate back in the days, Nathanyel. Because they were together in the One West camp with Sabah, Nate. Nate was just one guy speaking on the street corner in a white shirt. Even the guy of GOCC or whatever their name is. So to many people who are new on YouTube and on internet, to you these guys, I know them before they knew anything. That's why I speak like this. When these niggas used to learn all these things, I used to see them until they split up and started their own school, and now they say they are the prophets. Who anointed you? Jesus. How did he do it? When did you see Jesus? Self-proclaimed foolery. If you go to my people and you tell these things and you cannot prophesy something today, what's gonna happen today or tomorrow or the next week, and it happened accordingly, they will decapitate you. Because you clearly a devil. That's what they gonna say to you. Yeah? When our God says something, it becomes true like he said it. That's what we know. Let's hear it, man.
And Cash, if
It can be true at the same time. And I feel like the people
That opinion, brother.
Of two standing organisms alive that was affected by slavery.
Find as an American, it's a fundamental contradiction.
people not to be Pan-African.
and Cash, if
It can be true at the same time. And I feel like the people who don't believe in Pan-Africanism as a method to project us into the future, they can just leave that be. I don't understand why so many people who aren't Pan-Africans come into Pan-African spaces. And it's all.
And that is what I'm saying. Even this Tariq Nasheed and his black Americans, they hate Africans, but that's the only thing they talk about. Like battered women. Like a man leaves a woman and that woman is going around and saying that nigga name everywhere. Anything a black American wants to do, they need to measure it against Africans or Caribbean people. The Jamaicans don't say they are African Jamaican, so we shouldn't do that, but you are the strongest and a real man. The Jamaicans, they have the Lion of Judah there. It's supposed to be us. Yo, you're supposed to be Benjamin. You didn't know, man. When we were in slavery, the slave master taught us all these things, man. When we were soldiers in the army of the Caucasian, man. When we used to be police for the Caucasian, man. And now we're here to tell you the truth, man. You need to trust us, man. That's these niggas. Self-proclaimed and yeah. Let's hear it, man.
Almost like they're trying to convince people not to be Pan-African.
and Cash, if I can interject real quick, everybody's welcome to this space to give their opinion. But go ahead.
10-4.
Yeah, but when you accept that, you must accept that niggas will step in then start calling you slave, because that's what you are. When you're gonna come out here and saying things like, those immigrants, tether, they will say, oh, listen to the slaves, man, Buck Broken, Josh Floyd, niggas. I don't know what you think would have happened. Because, let's hear it, man.
Dinus likes the concept.
I don't ascribe to the FBA thing. Not because I don't have a sense of pride in myself as a Black American or an African American, but because I'm not going to follow a high school dropout who created a term and expect us to rally behind it. If I'm going to follow anybody, it's going to be somebody who's intellectually capable and not a high school dropout scammer. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah, brother, in regards to you saying
Exactly, man. If you're following a scammer, birds of a feather flock together. It's a fucking scam operation. Dr. Umar so-called Johnson. What happened to the money he got? Gone. This nigga, yeah, I had even one of Tariq Nasheed here where he was begging money also, man. Let's see it here. I had it from this guy, this Tahar Kabe guy was exposing this nigga. And I clipped the image of it. See here? You see here? This is Tariq Nasheed from 2011 begging money on Kickstarter on internet. You see, 302 supporters for 26,000 and somewhat 37,000 for the Hidden Color 2. And you see the 300 supporters, and then you have to question it. Isn't it just a deposit from the government and operation, just like it's supposed to be from black supporters? That's what I'm saying here. After I've seen all these things, this is the money, might be the money Tariq Nasheed was getting to come out here and attack the Africans and the Caribbean people. And here is where he stole, and you can see how he starts stealing all the history. You see? Here, Haitian Revolution and 2017 and a hidden history of Haiti. But he's not Haitian. Just imagine that. A black American is making movie about the hidden history of Haiti. But he hates Haitian. And he's not Haitian. And how much did he get for it? $261,000. And after he made it, he went and sold it on Amazon. It's even being sold as I speak on Amazon still. Even about the Maroon legacy here. This nigga is not Jamaican, he is not Surinamese, he's not Colombian, he's not Brazilian from the Quilombo, but he's making Maroon movies. Here, 92,000. He begged people to give him. Supposedly, we don't know if it's the government giving him the money. Just an operation, start a Kickstarter, the government gives him the money like it's the black supporters doing it. Because if you see the amount of supporters, it's very little for the amount of money. You see that? Like this one, 2011 Hidden Colors 1, 302 supporters for 26,777 on Kickstarter. See, Hidden Color 2, 2012, Hidden Colors 2, 331 supporters for 30,000. It's like, yeah, it's too few people. You would expect more. Okay, you see, like 966 supporters. The next time, 2,000. So this is more like it. It seems to me like he was taking the money already back then. He was taking the money already back then, and we don't know if Umar Johnson is even not one of these niggas getting protection from the fucking government to come out here and act like he's building a school. Remember Polite? It's the same thing with Polite. All these niggas is the same, crackheads, smoking crack, and making money off of the back of so-called Africans and Caribbean people. Like that, I be teaching you your own history. So the Maroons, my race, don't know their own history. And when you call these niggas out, yeah, a nigga gave us false information, man. And these niggas are not even our race, they are the fucking enemy. Children of the colonizer. Wanna come in like we were ever on. Making up story, you ran into the jungle, whole fucking America was jungle. That's why it was called the Wild Coast. South America was called Wild Coast. The sad niggas, man. They are trying to cling on to anyone. Who will wanna cling on to cursed people, man? Let's hear it.
No real Pan-Africanist is gonna identify as American. From what I've seen, people that are serious, that would be the sentiment, because identifying as an American, it's a fundamental contradiction, because the American ethos is diametrically opposed to anything that Pan-Africanism espouses. So that's my thing. You can't. You would be working against yourself fundamentally if you tried to work for America's agenda and then a Pan-Africanist agenda.
Yeah, and going back to what the
The only way.
one
Can
speaker
I?
said
I want to ask
about
real quick.
Hold on. One mic. I gotta pass the Kwame. Go ahead, Kwame. Kwame's been waiting.
Yeah, I wanted to just first name off some things that Pan-Africans have accomplished here in America. You have the Pan-African Chamber of Commerce. You have the black real estate black real estate.
And nigga, I'm not Pan-African. Where we come from, we don't deal with no outside organization. That's why I'm making these videos. Where I come from, they have their own king, their own captain, and own government. Maybe you're too stupid to know this thing. We don't live on no fucking reservation like you're a Native American so-called there. Nigga, we are autonomous. Nigga, go ask the city Negroes in Paramaribo if they are my race. They will tell you no, they are from the plantation. They are a different race of people, nigga. Fuck is wrong with you? Their ancestors were fighting against my race in the jungle.
State Alliance, African Leadership Academy, Tabo Foundation, Africa Education Foundation, Sankova STEM Academy. Okay, that's a bank, that's a real estate company, and those are teaching schools that are STEM foundation. What have FBA accomplished or established besides the hookah bar in the last 7 years? You've been talking about reparations for the last 7 years, yet we don't find no docket number, no lawsuit, anything pertaining to anything regarding reparation. All FBA has been is just been a xenophobic hate cult with nothing accomplished.
Yeah, and that is what Tariq Nasheed used. He even used the Africans that were enslaved to say Africans were enslaved, so he has the right to attack Africans. Just imagine that. These plantation Negroes are saying because Africans were enslaved and placed into slavery by their father, the colonizer, of whom they have 20 to 30% blood, because their father colonized and killed Africans, they have to get money for that. But they are not Africans. Their father is the murderer. They and the father together from the plantation. Get the fuck on, nigga.
And as far as lineage-based reparations, you're wasting your time. Okay, that's a proxy for race. You could look up Prop 209 and it would literally tell you that. So all this that Caribbeans and Africans are trying to tether onto some non-existent reparation when you don't even have a docket number on file. It's just ludicrous.
I disagree with you about the race thing.
Well,
it's not ludicrous. It's a front. It's just a reason. That's why I'm saying they are using Africans to lie about Africans. Because that's what they were taught on the plantation by the colonizer. Your own people sold you. But they are not Africans. So how could their own people have sold them if they are not Africans? Yeah. When you're stupid, you might not know these things. These niggas are black Americans. Foundationally, their foundation means your earthly anchor point is American, black American. So you are the soldier of the colonizer, because that are the black Americans. For Federation soldiers, even in Second World War, there was black soldier. Even from Suriname plantation, there was black soldiers in the Netherlands fighting against Hitler. Go ask them. The same thing y'all was doing in North America, they were doing in Suriname in Paramaribo. They are called Bakabusineger, backwoods Negroes. Just like they saying it in North America. Backwoods niggas. They escaped from the plantation. If I was there in the 1500 and somebody was brought there in the 1800 enslaved or whether soldier or whatever, are they my race if they escape from the plantation? All these things you say, these niggas will tell you, race is a social construct. Well, if it's a social construct, I'm allowed to deconstruct it. The Caucasian made all these things up, so it's supposed to be your and their problem, not mine. I am Ohkano. I know who I am. I know my ancestors. I know the God of my ancestors. Don't include my people or my race in your fuckery. We have our own government. Maybe it's not maybe, it's to be on these stupid niggas to understand those things. Just imagine, just because I have to think a slave who was in slavery for 500 years is gonna come and tell me who's supposed to be their enemy, ancestral enemy, what I supposed to be doing. So a Crip will go to the Bloods and tell the Bloods how they supposed to be operating. Yeah. Do you think the Ukrainer can go to Russia and tell they what they supposed to be doing? Are they the same people? No, they look alike, but are they the same? Are the Indians the Pakistanis, nigga? Is the Taiwanese the Chinese? Is the Japanese the Chinese, nigga? Just saying. Let's hear it, man.
Look up Prop 209 and you could and find me a docket from ADOS or FBA that they have.
So what makes you think that lineage-based reparations cannot be passed? I mean, there was a specific harm. We have to specify the harm, not specify race.
And it's a proxy for race. You can't get around that.
It's not a proxy for race. It's not. Lineage is not a proxy for race. Race is about skin.
You could look up what's a proxy for race. No matter if you try to use ancestry, lineage, or any of those type of terms, it's still a proxy for race. And no, don't try to bring up, and you can't bring Japanese or Jewish in the.
And that's what I mean. Like these niggas are using the slave laws of the colonizer to implement things. That's what Sanu was telling them. That, like, nigga, you using a European government system to govern your people after colonization and slavery? Is that the system that your ancestors were using? No. Yeah, they are beyond stupid, man.
Because those people was directly after the fact, or they was living descendant. Slavery ended in 1865. There is nobody alive that was affected by slavery, not one. So
we're descendants of those.
No, to me, it's not because of that I'm saying and you should get money. To me, is you are the child of the colonizer. You cannot come out and say that you're not African. You have 20 to 30% European blood. And the European, the American is the colonizer. Do you know that the English people here are the same Caucasian American over there? Maybe you didn't know that. It's the same people. And those people you claim to be your ancestors are European, 20% of your blood or 30% of your blood. So why would you get money for what happened to Africans? Because you are not Africans. Otherwise, it would mean that a mulatto is now African. And an African would then be a mulatto. 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3. These niggas will tell you Obama is not black, but the next minute, and they are black. How are you black if Obama is 50% European and you are 30% European? What is the difference to me? Nigga? To me, you and Obama are the same. Can Obama come and ask for reparation? No, because he would give the money to his mother who is Caucasian. Get the fuck on, man. Yeah. So in the slave days, these niggas were working in the kitchen with the masa, and now that those days are over, these niggas wanna step into the front like they were the heroes. The cowards wanna act like they were ever heroic, they and their ancestors, who are fucking cowards laying down and taking it up the ass on a fucking plantation. Who are you gonna come out here to lead, nigga? You better lead yourself to your nation over there in North America in the fucking ghetto. My people don't live in no fucking ghetto, nigga. You stupid. Let's hear it, man. These niggas are beyond dumb. Going around stealing history. Yeah, but when you got nothing, you have to go out there and be shameless like your ancestors, man. Let's hear it, man.
So yeah, like
couldn't even get reparations. And she was affected. She was affected by
the only people that got paid for lineage based because it was a direct descendant. You can't go to no courtroom 10 generations later saying that we was affected by slavery. Exactly. That's not how it works.
We can pull up records. We can pull up records.
Let me lay my plan. That's why what the AU, CARICOM, and COBRA is doing, pursuing for crimes against humanity, because there is no timetable on that. And that's the only thing.
You see that? That's what they doing. And that is where ADOS stole the idea from CARICOM. That's why I'm saying these niggas are the American Tedders. They stole hip-hop from DJ Kool Herc. Now they claim it's theirs. They stole the Lion of Judah from South America, from the Rastaman over there. They claim they are Judah and those people are supposed to become Benjamin. The land of Judah is in Africa. They said no, it wasn't supposed to be in Africa. It's supposed to be in North America, because they went from North America to Africa to teach those people how to build the pyramids. That's why you see pyramid in Africa and in America. They did all these things while they were on a slave plantation, in a cage, and in Jim Crow, being hanged on a tree. These niggas were doing all these things, man. But they are marginalized and they want reparation for what? The super negro needs reparation for what? What do you need to repair? Oh yeah, your buttholes, which was dug out by the Caucasian, man. I dig it. Oh no, I didn't dig it. The Caucasian dug it already. That's it, man.
That is more effective. And plus, you have to understand.
Wait, let me just lay my plan. Hold on, let me just lay my plan. The AU, CARICOM, and African Union has over 70 countries supporting. ADOS and FBA don't even have the government support. You have no support.
What I was trying to say. So
you have no support, you have no leverage, you have no resources, and like the brother said, you have no standing military. So you think
because they are showing for crime against humanity. That's something else. Like, nigga, even if you are 30% Caucasian, maybe the colonizer had raped your grandma or whatever for 400 years or whatever. That is crime against humanity. That's something different than to come and say, my ancestors were working on the plantation and now I want money. But you say you're not Africans. If your ancestors, if your so-called colonizer father was mistreating you, go tell that story, nigga. You're not gonna get money over the back of my ancestors, of whom you are, your ancestors, you and your ancestors are the enemy, arch enemy as that. Never trust thine enemy. Go and look out in the book. You are called Zwarte Jager. Z-W-A-R-T-E. Z-W-A-R-T-E-J-A-G-E-R. Zwarte Jager. Translated, it will become Black Hunter. Nigga, that's your ancestors. Plantation Negro. That's their name. Nigga. Let's hear it.
Government gonna cave into some people that want reparation from 10, 15 generations. That's not gonna happen. And you have no countries backing you, not one. And I'll land right there.
We don't need a country to back us.
They're gonna deny it. Once it goes.
If you don't need a country to back you, what you gonna do if the Caucasian says no? Like they just did. What are you doing? You gonna march? Do you have an army? These niggas are weak and sick. We don't need that. So the same guy who you said stole everything and marginalized you, killed your ancestors, you begging him for money, and how are you gonna make him give you the money if he says no? Like they just said no. What you gonna do? Exactly, go and attack Caribbeans and African people for it to seem like you mean anything on this planet. To whom does a black American mean anything? To whom? Nigga? I can make beats, man. Yeah, there's a culture. I'm gonna skip to the next part.
Now you have representatives. You have
anybody.
And he responds to Ben Shapiro's. So Shapiro gets up and says, I'm calling out the conspiracy theorists and the anti-Semites and the moral refuse that are, hating Jews and blah, blah. And Tucker gets up almost immediately after, gets up a little bit later, the same night, and he gives a speech. As I said, he was invited earlier. And he responds to Ben Shapiro's charge. And I want to read to you this excerpt from Tucker Carlson's speech.
So, man, this is Fuentes, the teacher of FBA and Foundational Butthurt But Broken Americans, Tariq Nasheed. This is his sensei, his master, man. Everything Tariq Nasheed is saying about blood and soil, I've shown you that in the previous videos, man. So they are the same. Yeah, here is where they get the money from, and I will show you the bounty on so-called Candace Owens' head, allegedly, how it's being fixed with bot viewers. That's why you saw in the news that an ex had bot viewers. Even Elon Musk hate immigrants, but he is an immigrant in South Africa. That's these things that I don't understand. Elon Musk is a fucking immigrant living in South Africa, killed millions of people over there. But he hates an immigrants in America that they need to leave. They need to leave England. But you are so-called an South African. So these dumbos, all these, so you can see the level of thinking of these stupid so-called people, man. That's why they had to go out and kill people to have money. Otherwise, they would have never reached it if they had to depend on their thinking skill.
Read it.
That's what you need to understand.
It's a little bit long, so bear with me, but this is just an excerpt from it.
This is Fuente beefing with Tucker Carlson. I'm going to show a small bit of it and then skip to the next part, man.
Tucker said, quote, I am not an anti-Semite for a very specific reason. I'm not an anti-Semite because anti-Semitism is immoral in my religion. It is immoral to hate people for how they were born. But that is not a limited principle. It is universal. It applies to every human being on earth. You can disagree with them, you can hate them.
And remember, this is the same Tucker Carlson who was working at the Firefox, what was the name? Fox News. At Fox News, man. Cussing out immigrants, all those things, Muslims, he was cussing them out. And now he's supporting them now. So these people are sick. They just jump on the trend and yeah. And they all now claim the same thing. They are now on Children of Christ and Christ Nationalist and all those names. So these niggas are killing people in the name of Christ. These Hebrew fake Israelites are stealing in the name of Christ. Tariq Nasheed has become a priest, allegedly, in the name of Christ. So all these devil, rapists, everybody doing it in the name of Christ, man. There's the world to live in. Let's hear it, man.
Right.
Devils.
Ideas, you may even find yourself hating them for a moment, but you can't hate everyone who's like them. You can't punish people for crimes they didn't commit. We're getting the blood guilt speech again. He says that's why we have what are called human rights. They apply to every human, not just your group or my group, but every group, every human, because we don't consider people in terms of the groups to which they belong. We consider them as individuals the way that God created them. Well, wait a second. I understand that in a court of law, you don't consider people to be a member of a group. If you are charged in a criminal court with a crime like murder or manslaughter or even a traffic ticket, in a court of law, when you stand before a judge or a jury, you are considered as an individual charged with a specific crime that you did or did not commit, and that is the basis on which we decide whether you're guilty or innocent. But that is altogether different than how we look at a country of 330 million people. It is also different than how we look at different ethnic organizations, ethnic lobbies. For example, when we look at Ben Shapiro, one out of the 2% of Jews in America, we see a person who is married to an Israeli. We see somebody who lives in a Jewish enclave in Florida. He actually moved there to be surrounded by other people like him. He created...
And this is exactly the problem. It's just like Oranje Stad. Hey, yeah, I got a piece about Oranje City and of South Africa. They are now in America building Oranje City, Elon Musk and Trump. Guys from the Dutch government. It's the same people of whom I'm speaking, that your food and American as apple pie. They are over there is family Oranje. The same people who are in South Africa who are killing those people and in Suriname on the plantation. That's why I speak about the plantation like this. It's the same people. These people of Israel that are in Gaza now. After they lost the war against my people in South America, they came to Gaza. Where I come from was called Jerusalem and the Rivier in Suriname. Yes, Jerusalem, where you seen was in Suriname in South America, there in the jungle. Yeah, they had so-called plantations. So my people had to stay 10 hours away from the plantation, and the Caucasian and Negroes from the plantation had to stay 10 hours away from where my people live and where Indians live, the so-called Native Americans. Only Native Americans are allowed to live where I live in Suriname, because we live the same way and with nature, and our system is similar. But anyways, man, let's hear what this Nick Fuentes is saying. But this Nick Fuentes is saying this about Ben Shapiro, but he's not saying it about his own and gang that he supports. Elon Musk is doing the same thing in South Africa and in America now. They are building whites only town. I don't know how FBA will deal with it, but maybe they will take Tariq Nasheed and their foundational buck-broken, butt-hurt Americans and invite them into the white-only town that they are building now. It's called Oranje City or whatever, just like in South Africa. There is even a small one in Suriname. Everywhere they go, they build their own society, and before you know, they take everything over. Nigga, so this thing that this nigga speaking here, this Fuentes, they all doing it. But what they will tell you is, do not build your own society. You're supposed to support this. That's why you have to speak their language. How long have these people been in Africa and South America? Do they speak my language or African language? Just a few of them. And not even none of them. Because the few that try to speak it is fake. It's just like all these Hindus and Japanese and the Chinese trying to speak Surinamese. They came there like 100 years ago. It's fake. When a Indian speak, a coolie speaks Surinamese, it's fake. It's not real. I can hear it. To the world out there, it sounds Surinamese. To me, I know this is not a Surinamese guy speaking or woman speaking. I can hear it. It's just like if I speak, just like I'm speaking English right now, you can hear it, right? Exactly. But someone who is in the jungle who don't speak English, who doesn't speak English, to them I'm speaking like the television English, because to them they don't know the difference. That's the things that you need to understand. Let's hear what Fuentes is saying, and then I'm gonna show you a part even of the Oranje city with Sanu. I think it's a part where Sanu has a new video. I'm gonna show a part of that also, I think, man. Let's hear it.
Website that is exclusively dedicated to supporting the Jewish state. And he will call out and attack anybody that does not support the interests of that Jewish state.
Yeah, I mean, there's a middle ground to all of this, right? It's not every... But Pearl, who wrote for the National Security Intelligence, the Oslo Accords, and the Land for a year prior to 9/11 plans, political dissident group abused Afghanis.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip to the next part where I can find the Oranje Stad met Sanu, I think. Maybe it's behind this other one after that.
The New York Times writes, quote, the NSA has circumvented or cracked much of the encryption or digital scrambling that guards global commerce and banking systems, protects sensitive data.
This is a video of 12 years ago when they predicted that the internet would become like this, with bot views and all those things monitoring what you're doing. It's already here, nigga. That's why I'm showing this part. I'm gonna skip it. So you can go and watch it. This was already 12 years ago that the government was going to do this. Yeah, it's the world you live in. Accept that you are the devil and accept your punishment. That's what I'm saying. And that goes for all of y'all over there who are part of the government doing all this fuckery. Let's hear it, man. We have no time to feel with your pain. Die.
Trade secrets and medical records and automatically secure in front of America Capitol.
Yeah, man, that is this nigga again. This guy is from the army. Exposing Candace Owens. But the FBI say the FBI of FBA, this foundational bug broken Americans. Is it Candace Owens is not black because she's Caribbean. But now all of a sudden she's in yeah, let's hear it, man. And keep in mind that this guy works for the United States Army. Just like Afro Think Tank and Nate is on this also. Yeah, this Nate, he works for the police in the United States. Yeah, I make videos and cartoons about them, but maybe many people did not know. Me, I'm just making my movie. But as soon as you come out, start stealing my people's stuff, my bloodline, I will come and tell you to get the fuck off. Because we're not the same, you're not my race. You're from the plantation, I'm not. You are the enemy of my forefathers, of my ancestors, nigga. So your ancestors never be mine. All these things that Maroon read your Bible to escape plantation is fucking fantasy. I'll show you my alphabet. Your 12th tribe that you're stealing now is called Tualufulo in the jungle in Brazil. Get the fuck out. So these niggas wanna take your own history, just like the Caucasian was doing, and then change it and then come teach it to you like they mean anything. That's what I'm saying. It's like Eminem coming out and trying to teach black people about what hip-hop is supposed to be. That is what both these niggas doing. Yeah, let's hear it, man.
Brothers and sisters in the IUIC, who I'm not going to throw names at, but
wait, I'm gonna show the part where the oh yeah, this is of the Oranje city, this part. Well, I'm gonna show the part, yeah. I'm gonna show the part of Candace Owens first about the bounty being on her head. Yeah? Then everything will become in a different light. I'm not saying that Nate took money or he's working still for the police. That is his business. But that's his employer. We don't know if Nate still works for the CIA, police, and this Go Back to Africa guy or Afro Think Tank. These niggas are so stupid that they wanna come out and tell you, I no longer work for the police, man. You need to believe me, and you're supposed to believe it, cause that's how stupid they is, nigga. That's why when they escape the plantation, we would bring them back, cause they are spies. Just like an army, every army would bring them back, cause where I live in Suriname is a different country than Paramaribo, Suriname. It's called NDYALE, just like NDK in Nigeria.
Traffic lights.
Let's hear it, man.
And not Erica Kirk or Charlie Kirk.
Speakers and so on. But you should be able to.
I see. I'm about Charlie Kirk. He dead. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, but he dead. Now what? So sitting around talking about Charlie Kirk don't make no damn sense. But the investigation is bringing us closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to finding out what, why, where, and how somebody, because I don't want to get sued, is sending tadpoles through traffic lights. So I'll say it over and over again proudly. This is about tadpole traffic lights and not Erica Kirk, not Candace Owens, and not, yes, Erica Kirk, because I think she had something to do with it, but not Candace Owens and not Charlie Kirk. So it's not me trusting Candace Owens. Candace Owens is just simply one of the people that are on the side of the tadpoles. And I like what and then she sat there and interviewed Erica. So she has a lot of information that I need in order for my investigation to work. So this is about tadpoles and not.
And I thought all the black guys were mad at Candace Owens because her husband was so-called Jewish. So-called white Jewish German or whatever. Now they saying no, it's Caucasian. What? And these same niggas used to say the Caucasian or Jewish, they all look the same. Because it's the Caucasian that now saying that they are the Jews of the Bible. Whatever, man. Let's hear it, man.
Owens. I'm not sitting around kissing Candace Owens' ass. No, this ain't about her.
Now, I could go on and say Candace Owens is crazy and she lied about Erica Kirk. I don't have to put keyword word for word, but those specific keywords have to be used for my tweet to actually be eligible to earn a percentage of this bounty, right? And then the platforms that I need to post it on can be X, IG, TikTok, YouTube.
You see, when I was saying in the Zwarte Jagers, they already stated it, beloning bounty. You hear? It's the same thing going on. Check it on the screen there. This is the bounty supposedly for everyone who wants to attack Candace Owens. You can make a video and make up to $50,000 if you get 100,000 viewers. It depends on how many views you get. You can collect money over there. And many people are doing it now. So-called black people and even so-called priests or whatever, police, whatever they are, man. Yeah, that's why I was saying YouTube has now problems with bot views. It's all these things. Many lives that you see with all these so-called live viewers is fake. It's bot viewers. Nobody is there, man. Maybe 1% is real.
If I post the same video and I post it on X and IG, I'm going to get 2 links, right? So each one of those videos is going to be earning its portion. It's not combined. It'll be on each. So if you post to IG, TikTok, YouTube, and on each platform you get 1 million views, or let's just say each platform you get 100,000 views, then you'd earn $40, $10 per 100,000 views. Okay.
This is how people get canceled. This is how people get attacked online, especially on Twitter. And I'm starting to get on Twitter a little bit more often, but this is the reason why I don't really mess with Twitter, because Twitter is a disgusting place. But I be trying to get on Twitter a little bit more and, get to know people, whatever, on Twitter. But Twitter is a disgusting place.
Okay. And then, so what does that get? Like, why are people incentivized to do that? So let me just break this down. If you put up $50,000 bounty and you're paying $10, right, per 100,000 views, you get 10 divided by 50,000 is 5,000. 5,000 times 100,000 gives you 500 million views total. Now, if nobody earns that bounty will stay open. So sometimes you'll see like a job, it'll say bounty slash, 25,000 remaining or 4,000.
So it's kind of like the lottery. If nobody wins the lottery doubles next week. This is literally like the lottery in a way. But you're getting paid to be in a lottery because you'll still get the $10 per 100,000 views. You just won't get the $50,000. But this is literally like...
This is just what Tariq Nasheed is doing with the FBA. Go check their channel. It's all bot viewers. It's all bot views. The same with Fuentes, all those guys. Bot views. They will pump it up maybe to 100 million, and then maybe 1 million is real. That's how they do it. If it's 100,000, maybe 10,000 is real. The rest is fake. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Playing a damn lottery by hating on somebody and bashing another person. That shit is crazy. Shout out to Kosha. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Kosha.
1,000 remaining, or whatever the amount of remaining money is, and the job, I didn't put the date up there, but let's just say that was posted a month ago. That might be an old job, but something might start trending or going viral. Like Candace might put out a new video, and you go back in there like, oh shit, nobody's actually competing for that. Oh, I'm gonna take a stab at it, and I'm gonna try to earn my percentage of that bounty.
So Debbie says, how do we stop traffic lights? We can never stop it, but we can stop.
You see, I'm showing you this because it's still the same like I was saying back in the days. For plantation Negroes to earn their freedom, they could go out and kill Africans in the jungle in South America or kill Native Americans who didn't want to be on the plantation. It's the same thing. If you wanna make money, you can attack Candace Owens and get bounty money over there. That's what they do with many people. Even in Suriname, the Surinamese government is doing. The coolies are doing it. Like there is party in Suriname, VHP, NDP, NPS, ABOP. They all doing these things. They will pay and bought farms to attack people. So when you do these things, in my culture, I already know you are the devil. You're never gonna make it. It's something I know. It's not what I think. Let's hear it. That's why I'm saying they should not come and complain about the FBA stuff to people, man. When you are the army soldier of the Caucasian. Hey, man, let's hear it. Man.
We can stop it over here. Like, for example,
in front of America capital Almighty, when you are sitting here today, in front of America capital husband and her white children, good health, good spirit. Well, you know, how else can you, you know, give praises to the Almighty when you are sitting here today?
Nigga, where I come from, if you've killed people, you cannot give praise to the Almighty. Your hand is bloody. You are cursed. That's my culture. Let's start there. That's why Negroes like you and Caucasian are not allowed where I live. Wodemaya was there in one of those villages. Go and look the video. There, eh? Before you come out here saying, yeah, she's got children with a Caucasian, all those stuff. The Caucasian is your father. You was on the plantation, remember? You've got 20 or 30% Caucasian blood. That's what y'all black Americans saying. That's why I don't understand what these niggas be doing. Candace Owens cannot be married to that white guy. He cannot be married to that Jewish guy. But that's the same blood you claim to have in your vein from the plantation. You see how sick these Negroes are? These niggas are not pure blood, they say. But they will come out and tell you who is black and who is Africans when you are neither of those things. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. You are a Negro. A Negro is somebody who has no history. They have no ethnicity. That's why they are making up this FBA made up stuff. My name is not made up. It's God given by my real ancestors. Your ancestors is the colonizer here. You gonna speak about that and Candace Owens. And this nigga is in the army of his Caucasian ancestors. Speaking on Candace Owens being married to a Caucasian. How stupid are these niggas, man? How stupid are these niggas, man? These niggas are here complaining about other people who supposed to be black or African, but you have 30% Caucasian blood or 20% Caucasian blood. Who you? You are the colonizer. You have no place saying anything. Your saying should be in the house of your father, the colonizer, because even these Israelites said it goes through the father line. How are you then Israelite if you said and Esau is the European and they are the devil, but they are your father from the plantation? Yeah, it doesn't get more stupid than this, man. That's why they said Negroes are stupid. Now you can see. That's why they said Negroes are stupid. Now I understand. Let's hear it, man.
Breathing and able to sit still and be able to enjoy this video that I'm about to bring forward about the truth about this Candace Owens, who is nothing more than a lost, let's say, sister who I'm not going to throw names at, but she's lost, and because she has an allegiance to the...
And this is what I'm saying. This nigga will come out and say she's a sister, and the other Americans are telling you she's not black, she's not their sister. She's Caribbean. How can she be a sister so-called? Do you see why I'm saying these niggas should not come? At least they can stay where they are. Don't come to my people because we have order. We have king, we have captain, we have a real government for 500 years there in the jungle. You don't. We see you as these guys you say are Pookie. To me, you are the Pookie and the Caucasian enslaver. That's the black American and plantation Negro to me. Their food is Caucasian food. It's not African food. Is their food my food? From the plantation? No, exactly. Do they speak my language? No, exactly. Let's hear it, man.
Europeans, because of her white husband and her white children.
You see what I was saying? He's saying that she's European children, white husband, and white children. They said before it was Jewish, but anyways. But now this nigga, he works for the Caucasian. He works for the European army of Trump. This nigga is a soldier, a sniper, or whatever he was in Iraq. He was even going crazy that he wanted to commit suicide, this guy. Yes, he was in the army fighting for the George Bush or whomever, or the, Clinton. We don't even know if this guy is Blackwater. Yeah, nigga. You should know your place, nigga. Before you start speaking on other people, speak with your own people first, cause your people said Candace Owens is not black cause she's Caribbean. Beyonce is not black cause she's Caribbean. All these people, Malcolm X, Caribbean, Africa Bambata, Caribbean, and all these people, man, James Jones. Yeah.
She now has a inherent, I guess, responsibility within herself to protect them. You know,
Exactly, and that is what your FBA people race is doing. Kicking out immigrants to protect Donald Trump and the KKK. And you work for them in their army. Yeah. Yeah, nigga. And this is supposed to be the intelligence of America. Oh yeah, but then only criminals were sent from Europe to America. That's what they say.
It's crazy, you know, how we as a is doing with him and the rest of the brothers and sisters in the IUIC, and so that
she has to protect her husband, or she wants to protect her husband and her children. Now
But this guy, Nate, you work for the police of America. Who are you protecting that we don't know of? That's because that's what GMS Tahar of what his name? I think his name is Tahar or whatever of GMS like 15 years ago. That's what they were saying about this Nate. In those days, Nate was alone on the street corner teaching or whatever he was doing. I think he was even in Islam or the Christian church when he was a police officer. Together with this, not together, but this guy was in the army sniper. Afro think tank sniper army. All these niggas. Homeland security. And they wanna go and help Traore and Africans over there. They think everybody is stupid. Yeah, man.
And shall make marriages with them, and go in unto them, and they to you. Know for a certainty that the Lord your or his daughter shalt thou
talking points was against black people. But now she got her Negro. What happened? You hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay. She got her, what do they call it? Her Negro wake-up call. So now she is realizing that so-called Jewish people, who are the synagogue of Satan, are the devil who the Bible speaks of. She's realizing that now. But because she's been mixed up in an interracial marriage, she's trying.
Exactly, just like you on the plantation. And that's what I'm saying. These niggas are telling people don't have no children with the Caucasian. But they have Caucasian blood from the plantation and are still living in America. Why don't you leave America? Because you're living amongst the devil you speak about. That's what I'm saying. These niggas are living together with the Caucasian while they're saying to you you have to go and hate the Caucasian, but they living together with them. Having their blood in their veins. These niggas are, it's like the same story and they pay in Suriname. They are the same. Those people are mixed people with the Caucasian. All their children are here in the Netherlands and Belgium, but they are telling everyone else they supposed to hate the European. But their children are mixed European. All these niggas are 20 or 30% European, they said FBA in their manifest. But it's Candace Owens interracial marriage that is confusing everything. Nigga, is everybody when y'all said y'all was mad because Candace Owens had a white man or a Jewish man or whatever. Understandable. Every race have that. If a Caucasian see a black guy with a white woman or white girl, they get mad also. If a black man sees a white man with a black woman, they get mad also. But you don't have to go and attack them. It's hard choice, man. Yours, I don't know if it was your choice on the plantation. Maybe we should ask that guy, Jesus guy over Kanye West. He said it was a choice. These niggas had a choice on the plantation to come and fight against my people to earn their freedom, hence the name Freedman with a D at the end. They had to come and kill Native Americans, so-called, in the jungle and Africans who didn't want to be on the plantation together with them. Isn't that the same thing they doing now with the Pan-Africanism? You have to come in together and listen to what we have to say, man. We will make these Africans and Caribbeans respect us, man. But the Caucasian is busting your ass open. Get the fuck on, boy. Let's hear it, yeah. All these niggas are confused, man. These niggas are confused. Before this, their FBA lineage said that the Candace Owens cannot be black because she's Caribbean, but now she has a black sister. Yeah, sad nigga, sad bunch. Like I've stated in many videos. Yeah, this is about the bounty. You see here, exposing how MAGA influencers are getting paid to bash Candace. It's a bounty on internet just like it used to be back in the days for plantation Negroes to go into the army of the colonizer and come into the jungle to attack my people because they didn't want to go along with their devil ship. Yeah.
And the best part of this plan is shooter being trans, and you all put out the same keywords in your title. Media, how all of these influencers are all getting paid via these different platforms that pay content creators and put up bounties for specific keywords or topics. So, for example, if you talk about the Trump assassination or you talk about Charlie Kirk's shooter being trans, and you all put out the same keywords in your title, and then once you create that post, you add your link to these platforms, and then you get paid a percentage of that bounty. Let me show you how this works.
All right, so
you see now how all these FBA channels keep popping up? With 1,000 like views as bot viewers. This is what they doing. Nigga, do your shit, but you're not gonna do it on the name of my people. Nigga, that's what I'm saying. Never. Let's hear it, man.
This is a content creator named Ryan Matta, Matta. He's a great content creator. I reached out to him because I wanted to do content with him, and he breaks this down like beautifully. And I knew that there were clip farms out there, but I didn't know there were Candace clip farms. So
you see, the bot viewers are now assigned for special people name. Like go to that channel and attack that channel. Just like this guy and Holloman was saying was happening to his channel. When he was going live, when he goes live, his channel all of a sudden his channel will go to 200,000 viewers, 300,000 viewers, but it's a robot doing it. So they want YouTube to think that he's doing it for YouTube to shut down his channel. That's why they doing it. They are sick. They are the devil. You can see it in operation, nigga. Unless you are part of it. Just saying. So you see this thing I was saying, they have bot viewers. It's a bot farms with maybe 1,000 telephones and or maybe 2,000 phones, and those phones will log in with different IP, like it's different computers, different people watching it. It's fake. That's why if you organize a protest, you will see that maybe 20 people will come. Because those viewers you think you have is fucking fake. It's a robot doing it. It's called bot viewers. B-O-T and then V-I-E-W-E-R. Yeah, bot viewer. Go and check it. Click farms. Then you will find these click farms, all those things. They butting up. It's their business, man. But don't go use. What they do is they try to get people in their fuckery. They can do it on their own. Yeah, let's hear it, man.
Before he gets into this, make sure to hit the like button and share.
And what I mean is, for example, they cannot defeat Candace Owens on their own. But now that's why they have to go and hire bot viewers platform to go and attack Candace Owens. You see? And they already said that Nick Fuentes had bot viewers. Maybe even Candace Owens has bot viewers. Just saying. What is real now these days?
Share this video with anybody that is into this Candace Charlie Kirk stuff. But I'm about to show you that there is a specific Candace bashing clip farm out there. And it's absolutely crazy. All right, let's get to it.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I just want to go over to Grok, and it said, what websites pay influencers for clipping and posting content? Platforms that pay influencers for clipping and posting content are, and it says Whoop Content, Bix, Starlit Clips, and Clips. And now there's probably a ton of others, but so I set up and I went and got into Starlit Clips. So what happens when you go over to Starlit Clips? So check this out. So this is in their Discord. So they basically...
So Starlit Clips is one of these clip farming places where you can go in and bash Candace and get money for it. So it's not just IHOP paying people $7,000. Anybody can go in and just start going off on Candace, which is absolutely crazy. And Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. Say it back.
Post here and they show you.
Yeah, but the thing is, if something really happens to Candace Owens, those people will carry that curse with their children forever. Just saying, that's my culture, that's why I'm saying it, so that you know. That's why the Caucasian, the Jewish so-called Sephardim, they would pay Negroes to go and kill people in the jungle. Because in their book, they have that if they don't do it if they don't do it themselves, they are innocent. If they are allowed to pay someone and do it according to their God. I don't know that God, but that's their stuff over there. That's why they say, in my culture, it doesn't work like that. You are both guilty. Yeah, there is no forgiveness, nothing. Just pay for what you have done, just like it's stated in the book. You said it's your book, right? These niggas would tell you, even the Caucasian, it's my book. Well, in the book, it states that if you kill innocent people, you are cursed for 400 to 700 years. Go look it up. Just saying. Let's hear it, man.
Okay. If you post on TikTok, we're paying $30 for 100,000 views. We're paying for Reels on Instagram, I believe $30 for 100,000 views. Shorts, we're paying $30 for 100,000 views. And Twitter and X, we're paying $15 per 100,000 views.
Somebody said $7,000 is not a lot of money. $7,000 is a lot of money because it's per video. So if you put out, say, 4 videos a day, that's a lot of money. So one video for $7,000 is not like it's $7,000 a week, $7,000 a month. It's $7,000 per video. That's a lot of money.
Okay.
So you see what I want? You can check it over there. I'm gonna leave it at this. Let's see if I got one behind this, man.
They be trying to call me black, and I'm like,
oh yeah, this
what?
is
I'm
yeah,
not
let
black
me
either.
show this last one. This is this Latina Panamanian. Her son is black, but she's saying her mother told her they not supposed to say they are black. I told you that is South America. These niggas don't know. In slave days, if you said you were African or black, even though you look that way, they will hang you. Yeah, the Willie Lynch comes from South America, wild coast, nigga. These niggas up north, they are bitch caca. They don't know anything. So, let's hear it, man.
I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I am just. That's my baby.
Let me say hi to him. Hi. That's a black kid right there.
That is not. Just. That's my baby.
Let me say hi to him. Hi. That's a black kid right there.
You see? And she's saying that guy, that her son is not black. He's not African. He's not Negro. He's Latino. It's up to them, cause he's mixed, but he looks like a normal Negro. You see? That's why they call these niggas Negro. Cause if you are mixed, nobody knows what you are. If you are a Nigerian Negro, Congo Negro, or a Sairan, they don't know. You're just a Negro, nigga. You from the plantation. MGO. Not MGO and GMO Negroes. Yeah, made up and whatever. Let's hear it, man.
That is not a just black kid though. He is a Haitian. They be trying to call me black, and I'm like, what? I'm not black either. So I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I am just. That's my baby.
Let me say hi to him. Hi. That's a black kid right there.
That is not a just black kid though. He is a Haitian, Panamanian, Puerto Rican kid.
Hey,
he is mixed.
Young man, come.
Did you hear that? He is Haitian, Panamanian, and what else? And something else. That is what I'm saying. Haitian, Panamanian, and something else mix. You see that? How will you know if you see this guy walking around? He's just a Negro. That's what these niggas don't understand the difference between Negro. That's why they would call those people from Plantation Negro. They are city. In the city, everybody is together and they are mixing. So they have no origin. If you have no origin, you have no culture. Nigga? Understand that. That's why the book told you to stay away from those things. If you wanna do it, do it. And accept the consequence. That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna do it and then come out here bothering people with your foolery. Just accept it, man. Let's hear it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I am just. That's my baby.
Let me say hi to him. Hi. That's a black kid right there.
That is not a just black kid though. He is a Haitian, Panamanian, Puerto Rican kid.
Hey, young
he is
man.
Mixed.
Young man, come here real quick. What? Listen, sir, I teach these things in schools.
It's just a Negro kid, man. And if you see this boy on the street, you would say, "Hey, check a black guy." Even the boy look like just like every normal African. Yeah, but he's mixed. Yeah, but he looks like an African, like a Negro. And still, they will say, "No, he's Latino, man." He's you're not supposed to say that he's Negro. Let's hear it, man. They are
Don't be
sick.
ashamed, okay? Don't be ashamed
And
of that.
that is what I'm saying. Like this world, crazy people will identify the way they want to and expect someone like me to go along. I don't go along, man. If you Negro, you Negro. If you African, you African. If you don't like it, go tell the Caucasian they made it up. And that's the thing I'm saying. The Caucasian, they are bringing immigrants into the country, but these guys the FBA will go out, so-called the foundational bug broken Americans, and attack immigrants. Somebody is bringing other people to your house and you're gonna attack those people they brought over there. No, you should go and talk to the guy who is bringing those people to your house. If you are a real man, that is. Exactly, they ain't.
Don't be
Let's hear it, man.
ashamed of that.
Tell them how you feel. They be trying to call me black, and I'm like, what? I'm not black either. So I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I am just. That's my baby.
Let me say hi to him. Hi. That's a black kid right there.
That is not a just black kid though. He is a Haitian, Panamanian, Puerto Rican kid.
Hey, young
he
man.
Is mixed.
Young man, come here real quick. What? Listen, sir, I teach these things in schools. You're black. Don't be ashamed, okay? Don't be ashamed of that. Don't be ashamed of that.
Tell them how you feel.
Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed of being black, sir. Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed of that. Hey, listen, young man.
You see the real to real of this world? And even in Suriname, they are hiding all these things. Because in Suriname, if you are black, you're not supposed to come on television. You have to be mixed. You see? It's the same thing because you have to be part of the colonizer of their forefathers. Because they have the colonizer blood. That's why they were created probably. Like parasite maybe. Yeah, just saying. And then come out and then say, this kid is Latino. What is Latino? It's a made-up name. Latino is Malati, is mixed. Mixed with what? Exactly.
When somebody in this world looks at you, the first thing they see is a black boy. That's it. Whatever else you have, like culturally, what your mom is, they don't see that when they see you. When the world sees you.
Exactly, he looks like those black Indians, man. Those are the... because in this guy's tribe, like this black Indian under there, this Mexican, when you go to their village, you will find guys, Negroes like these mixed Negroes. Even in Suriname, you will find these mixed Negroes like this young boy over there. That's why they are called Negro, because nobody know their roots. with what they are mixed or not. Obama is the Negro. He is black because they don't know his ethnicity. Yeah, black unknown. His ethnicity is in the darkness. Yeah, it's a status color if you want. But if you see this guy, you will say, "Hey, nigga, he's black, man," and then it's done. They know he's got curly hair, and that's it. If you're gonna ask him, yeah, no, man, I'm Panamanian, Haitian, and Puerto Rican. What? And this Puerto Rican is Spaniard mixed African. Yeah, and this Haitian is an African, and this Panamanian is it could be Indian mixed. Do you understand where you're going with this? This one guy, little kid, could exist out of maybe 7 or 6 races mixed along the way. That's your plantation Negro, nigga. Yeah, go and tell the colonizer. Don't bother other people with this foolery. That's what
They
I'm
identify
saying.
somebody that's black. Everything
You
else.
full of shit. They see their mama's son.
That's true.
They see their mama's son.
They identify dad as black.
They don't identify me as shit.
Yes.
They can't identify me for nothing.
Yes, mama.
You're not gonna identify people by stuff that you don't even know for facts. Like you are such a lie.
That's how race works. It's a social construct. It's how society views you when they first see you. When I first saw this kid, I saw a black kid. That's what.
She looks like she's Indian, just like the people in Columbus said that he saw in America when he thought he was in East India. This woman speaks Spanish. She is Spaniard mix whatever, whatever. I don't know, but he looks like a black Indian, right? Darker than this other Ricardo because Ricardo is a different mix than this one above. See? Just saying, nigga.
Race is.
You are just colorblind because there is a term for a light skinned and dark skinned person. There's called light skin and dark skin. There's a difference
There's
a difference between a Haitian, Panamanian, and a say a Guyanian. They're different. They're not the
See you? It's the same thing I was saying. No, those plantation Negroes are a different race because there's many people don't know that there is so many races in the jungle over there in America. They when you say America, this so-called colonizer of the United States, they have stolen the name like South America doesn't exist. That's why they trying to wipe the South Americans out and then claim that it was theirs all along. There was nobody there, man. The same shit is going on. You see? So I'ma leave it at that, man. You've seen it when I was saying that. Yeah. Yeah. When they say that one is a Negro, that one is not a Negro. All these people are mixed. How can you then come out and tell anyone who they supposed to be if you have no history? Plantation Negroes history start on the plantation and they wanna come and tell anybody anything. Nigga, go and try to find out where you come from. That's more important, I think, than to bother anybody else who know who they are. You don't know who you are, so get the jack on, nigga. So you see it, this black kid, so called, is not allowed to be black.
You feel ashamed of that. Hey, listen, young man.
He looks like a city Negro of Suriname. The city Negroes look like this, man. Yeah, because they are mixed. Nigga. And these kids, some of them will tell you, I'm not African, I'm Indian. That is what I was saying in those videos. Many of these guys that look like a normal Negro, if you go to them in Suriname and say, hey, are you a Negro African? They, no, man, I'm Indian. Indian? Yes, I'm Indian because their mama is Indian. You see? And sometimes when they say Indian, even the mother sometimes is mixed Indian, whatever, man. Yeah, you see this shit. So I'ma leave it at that, man. Later.
World looks at you the first.
They be trying to call me black, and I'm like, what? I'm not black either, so I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I am just. That's my baby.
Let me say hi to him. Hi. That's a black kid right there.
That is not a just black kid though. He is a Haitian, Panamanian, Puerto Rican kid.
Hey, young man.
Mixed.
Young man, come here real quick. What? Listen, sir, I teach these things in schools. You're black. Don't be ashamed, okay? Don't be ashamed of that. Don't be ashamed of that.
Tell them how you feel.
Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed of being black, sir. Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed of that. Hey, listen, young man. When somebody in this world looks at you, the first thing they see is a black boy. That's it. Whatever else you have, like culturally, what your mom is, they don't see that when they see you. When the world sees you, they identify somebody that's black. Everything
You
else.
full of shit. They see their mama's son.
That's true.
They see their mama's son.
That's true. They identify dad as black.
They don't identify me as shit.
Yes.
They can't.
You see that? In those videos when I was saying these people in South America, many Africans have children there with Indian women and other women. Those children will tell you, I'm not African, I'm Indian. Nigga, that's the reality of your world, nigga. Go to Sicily, even Sicily here in Italy. Many of them have ancestors who are African. When you tell them, they will get mad. Because in slavery, it was not allowed to be black or African. That was 500 years. They will, if you said that, they would hang you in America, in South America over there. Nigga, that's why it's still ingrained in these people. If you will see a normal Negro, they say, hey, are you African? No, man, I'm Indian. Indian? But you look like African. Say, no, man, I'm Indian. When they say they are Indian, they really mean they are mixed. If they look like a African Negro and they say they Indian, they mean they are mixed. Maybe their mama is mixed Indian. And that's why it comes out like that, man. Because it was forbidden to have African culture in South America and North America. And whole of America, it was not allowed to be black. Nigga, this buck broken jack off from the play. They know, but whatever, man. I'm gonna leave it at that later, man.
They would love for me to join with them to dump on some black immigrants. There's a huge bag for that.
Okay, yeah. That's you mad because you're getting deported? Is that what you mad at? Don't you troll, Abel, you little musty camel herder? Hey, sir, sir, calm down. Sir, calm down. We don't do that. You see how emotional they are? You see how emotional the tethers are? Why are you so emotional? Abel, why are you Abel? Okay, your name, sir. Your name, sir. You're a handicapped tether. You sounding tough. You're trying to sound tough, but you sound like you're in a wheelchair. Don't sound tough. You sound like you're in a wheelchair. So please stop the tough talk. Yeah, you sound like you rolling on some bees. Yeah. Abel, calm down. You're not going to troll in here. Abel, calm down. You're not going to do that. You sound handicapped. You sound like you're in a wheelchair. Nigga, your name should be disabled. Your name is disabled. It ain't Abel. Your name is disabled. You're not going to troll, Abel. Calm down. All right. Now, what country are you from, Abel? Where's that flag from? Nice. Okay, yeah. That's you mad because you're getting deported? Is that what you mad at? Nice. Yeah. Are you mad because you're getting deported, sir?
You're a descendant of a slave.
Yeah, and you're a descent of a damn
slave. Your kind.
You're a descent.
You disgust me.
Motherfucker with Ebola. All right. You're a descendant of an Ebola patient. All right, sir. Sir, you are down there, sir. You are a third world hunger victim, sir. You're a victim of hunger. You're a descendant of Sally Struthers, sir. All right, you're the face of hunger and poverty, sir. How does that feel? Huh?
Being a slave.
Sir, y'all been enslaved now.
There's a huge bag for that. We have an identity crisis. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. You think they haven't hit me up, people? Y'all think these folks haven't hit me up? And I'm talking about especially a person like me, as black as I am. They would love for me to join with them to dump on some black immigrants. There's a huge bag for that. They would love for me to join with them to dump on some black immigrants. You think they haven't hit me up, people? Y'all think these folks haven't hit me up? There's a huge bag for that.
I'm taking all the small stuff out. All of Professor Small stuff is coming out. So yeah, I don't rock with him at all. Not only is all of his stuff coming out, we're taking any reference of him out of the damn museum. We have a mural of Professor Smalls. When I'm going out of town for the week. When I come back, that shit's getting covered. Family, who should we put on the wall? But yeah, the thing with James Small, I know a lot of people are talking about that. You know, James Small, Professor James Small. A lot of people have been on his bumper because he was very, very disrespectful to the lineage, very disrespectful to me. And
they would love for me to join with them to dump on some black immigrants. You think they haven't hit me up, people? Y'all think these folks haven't hit me up? There's a huge bag for that. There's a huge bag for that.
Yeah, he said some little disrespectful stuff before, and I kind of let it slide. I didn't, I'm like, okay. He's in the new movie that we're working on, Hidden Colors 6. And basically what it looks like, because James Small, he was one of the main people talking delineation language, all right? He was one of the first people talking that. He knows what it is.
They would love for me to join with them to dump on some black immigrants. You think they haven't hit me up, people? Y'all think these folks haven't hit me up? There's a huge bag for that. There's a huge bag for that.
What it looks like, some of that African tour money might be drying up, because a lot of these dudes, he's a Pan-Africanist, and a lot of these cats, they make their little money with those African tours. I think he's going on one in December. They take people over to Africa, so that shit is drying up. That's their little hustle, and that shit is drying up because people are delineating. So, and a lot of ops are in his ear, but the thing is, some people were like, well, yeah, some of the ops got to him, they like to manipulate the elders. My thing is,
they would love for me to join with them to dump on some black immigrants. You think they haven't hit me up, people? Y'all think these folks haven't hit me up? There's a huge bag for that. There's a huge bag for that.
Some of these ops, yeah, they're in your ear for a reason because they know that you have a friendly ear to them. So I'm not going to put it just on the ops, because these same ops be hollering at a lot of different people. Why you listening to them? You understand? You listening to them because you might have to share the same ideology with them. You dig? But with Professor Smalls, yeah, some of the disrespect that he's shown towards me and family, I've helped Mr. Smalls for real. Truth be told, nobody was really rocking with Professor Smalls until we put him in Hidden Colors, and he said this. Nobody was rocking with Professor Smalls. I mean, he did his thing back in the day, but nobody was really rocking with him. He said this. You know? And a lot of people are saying he's doing some real oppy stuff. I wouldn't put it past. But let me say this for the record. I'm not rocking with Professor Smalls anymore.
They would love for me to join with them to dump on some black immigrants. You think they haven't hit me up, people? Y'all think these folks haven't hit me up? There's a huge bag for that. There's a huge bag for that.
The disrespect, because I've shown that man nothing but respect. Family that he has a hotel over there in Africa. When that shit was failing, I gave money to help him out with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that type of the little disrespect, and he's been kind of doing that. He gets with these tethers and been taking shots at me, but then he just went real disrespectful to me, and there's a point of no return. You know? There's a point of no return.
my business. What you speaking on me for? You exploiting people's thirst for knowledge, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You pimping the hood. You all up on Hidden Colors, makeup out, lips all super shiny and shit. What you think that shit attractive? That's some beta male shit, homie. But let me stick to my message here. I don't want to get too much off task. Level 1. I'm going to wait for your response, and I'm going to King Kong you the next time. I'm going to wait for your response. I'm going to King Kong your ass the next time. Okay. I just got a message from Instagram saying that they removed some comments of mine. I never got a message from Instagram, but I just got a message from Instagram saying they removed some comments. I hope they don't end this live feed, brothers and sisters. I'm going to keep going, but I just got a flash from Instagram saying they removed some comments because it doesn't obey their community standards. That's the same shit Facebook gave me before they suspended me. So I don't know if that's Sister Tariq and Nasheed doing that weak ass shit or who. Okay, but I don't know what I'm saying that would require Instagram to remove my posts. But I'm just going to continue. But if it gets stopped, I just want y'all to know somebody's up to something right now. Not everybody want to hear the truth. So, don't mention your name with me, dog. We not on the same level, fam. We ain't on the same level, fam. You got your little Hidden Colors fame, dog. Using everybody else's talents, but that's it. We not on the same level, fam. I'm out here fighting for folks. You ain't fighting for nobody, bruh. And then you had the audacity to comment on my fundraiser. You had the audacity to tell people if he stole the money, chalk it to the game. I know you ain't say that. You made 5 documentaries. You made the people give you money for each one of them, and you keep all the profit, not using none of that money to build a single institution in the black community. You raised money for Hidden Colors 1, and you kept all the proceeds. You raised money for Hidden Colors 2, and you kept all the proceeds. You raised money for Hidden Colors 3, and you kept all the proceeds. You raised money for Hidden Colors 4, and you kept all the proceeds. You raised money for Hidden Colors 8, the last documentary. You kept all the proceeds. I never spoke on that publicly. That's a damn shame that you can't save enough money with the money you make to finance this follow-up video. And then you can't manage to save enough money from this video to finance the next video. You mean to tell me that you're making black people pay for the production, but yet they don't reap any of the financial rewards? You put all that shit in your pocket, and then you post up a $500 money order that you sent to some daycare center and shit like that's some sort of charity. How the hell is a $500 money order charity for a dude who's getting tens of thousands to do a documentary and not using none of that revenue to build a single institution? Now, I know when you do your response, you're going to have the institution now. You ain't got no choice because I'm outing your ass. I promise y'all, Tariq and Nasheed going to tell y'all he working on something now because the jig is up. I never spoke on you. I don't know how you feed your family. That's none of my business. If the people want to give you money to make your documentaries so you can live off of them, I don't have a problem with that, bruh. But what you speaking on me for? You pimping the hood, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You exploiting people's thirst for knowledge, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You pimping the hood. You pimping the hood, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You exploiting people's thirst for knowledge, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? And then a minute ago, what did I say? I said, you say you against white supremacy, but you love white supremacy. You know why I say that, Nasheed? You little bitch. You know why I say that? Because when you interviewed me for Hidden Colors 2 at my Moorish Elders bookstore on Lehigh Avenue, for all of you who saw Hidden Colors 2, I was interviewed in my Moorish Elders bookstore. Shout out to Baba Peace and Baba Jack. Tariq Nasheed showed up in Philadelphia with an all-white production team. You pimping the hood, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You exploiting people's thirst for knowledge, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You pimping the hood. I don't remember a single brother on that team. You showed up in North Philly with an all-white production team. And then when you interviewed me, Hidden Colors 3, Los Angeles, when I got to the studio where you were to interview me, the very interview where I decided I wasn't fucking with you no more, you had an all-white team to produce it again. Now, in fairness and clarity, when you interviewed me for Hidden Colors 1, the day I met your trifling ass, you had a brother do that. Hidden Colors 1, it was a brother. But once you started making money off the people's money, once your pimping ass, Mac Daddy Mo, started making money off the people's money, you decided, I don't need no more black folks. Now, you might got a couple somewhere in your network. I ain't talking about them. The movers and shakers that help you edit and film and finalize your documentary are crackers. They are white people. They are white people. Now, Hidden Colors 4, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it was the same team. You can tell. So here's the question you got to answer. And I shouldn't even be speaking on this, but you spoke on me. So since we want to speak on people, let me speak on your corny ass. Bitch, you pimping the hood, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You exploiting people's thirst for knowledge, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You pimping the hood. If you are against white supremacy, why are you using black people's money to pay white people to make a documentary about white supremacy for black people? I need an answer. I need an answer. I need an answer. I'm going to say it again in case you didn't understand me. Why is a man who claims to be against white supremacy taking money from black people, giving it to white people to help him make a film about white supremacy for black people? Let me say it one more time, because I don't think you... Let me say this again. Listen to me, Tariq. You raise money. Black people give you the money for Hidden Colors. You take black people's money and you give it to white people to produce your documentary about white people for black people. Do you not see the contradiction, bro? Do you not see the contradiction? Here's the question. Who benefits financially from Hidden Colors besides you? You're the #1 financial beneficiary. That's your hustle. But who benefits besides you? You're the #1 beneficiary of Hidden Colors. But who benefits from Hidden Colors besides Tariq Nasheed? Let me tell you who. Black people don't. Black people don't benefit from Hidden Colors financially. They might benefit culturally and intellectually, but they don't benefit financially. You know who benefits financially from Hidden Colors? White folks, because that's who you give black people's money to make the film. God is my witness. You are a contradiction. You paying white people to make a white supremacy documentary that you sell to black people. You paying white people to make a white supremacy documentary that you sell to black people. You paying white people to make a white supremacy documentary that you pay to black folks, that you sell to black folks. So that fundraiser benefits white supremacy. You fake ass hypocrite. You don't need no ring. I don't need no ring either. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. It's overdue. Let's get it in, coward. You pimping the hood, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You exploiting people's thirst for knowledge, but that ain't none of my business. What you speaking on me for? You pimping the hood. You pimping the hood. You pimping the hood.
And then we should be educating those. Wherever you go around the world and you see other African people, there is struggle. There's a struggle going on. You join with those who are fighting for their freedom, those who've been marginalized. That's what we're in solidarity with. We're not in solidarity with the elite, with the oppressors. We reject that. And we can't allow these misguided, misinformation people to come and hijack the movement and capture the youth them and have the youth them follow them down this road of foolishness. It is a disgrace to our African people and our African struggle to see what's going on.
A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? But we don't know how much American State Department or Justice Department is involved in Foundation of Black America.
And for too long, we've been sitting back and watch this. We have to speak out against it. I'm going to see the one, we call him O'Shea Duke Jackson, come up with a wishy-washy argument. Always just disappointing. You know, see, if you try to make like, try to paint a negative picture of Professor Smalls, Duke Jackson, go away. You know nothing, boy. The social media make you. You don't know integrity. Me see you. You're weak. You're just using this to gain a little trinkets. 2 pieces of silver. That's all you want. Me know you. Me see it in you. You see it. You're no different than Tariq Nasheed. You see it. All this delineation. You into this delineation argument. This ethno-nationalist argument want to come in with. It's all divisiveness. We should be rising above the divisiveness and embrace our commonality. We are African heritage people who have been through hell in the last 500 years. And we're trying to come up and trying to find ourselves. And part of that journey is to reconnect with our brothers all across the globe. Whether you're in the Afrobean, which some people call the Caribbean, or whether you're in Europe or you're in North America, we have to reconnect. We have to join together. And Pan-Africanism is the platform, is the ideology that can build that future, that solidarity that we're looking for. That can build a better world for African people everywhere. That you can feel safe and welcome wherever you go around the world. Where African people are, African people should be welcome. So this foolishness, we got to reject it. I stand with Professor Smalls. And I reject the petty divisiveness of Tariq Nasheed.
A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? But we don't know how much American State Department or Justice Department is involved in Foundation of Black America.
And the so-called FBA social media movement. It's a movement based on misinformation, disinformation, and weaponized. It's a weaponized miseducation without apology. They're offbeat. They're off key. It don't make no sense. It don't add to no progress. All they do is create more division, more hate, more resentment. What do we get out of that? All we do is help the enemy when we divide ourselves. We can't look at any weakness and use it against our own people. All we're doing is helping those who want to undermine African people. And my people, I want to say, I'm going to do another piece on it. I'm going to go and get some clips and clip it up and do a thing on it. But I want to thank you for listening to Clear Thinking. And do like, do share, do subscribe. This was only, this is my first live, by the way. So I don't even know how to end this live right now. I'm going to find the button to end it. But I want to give thanks to everyone who have joined me on this live. And do look into Clear Thinking channel. My channel is Clear Thinking with Brother Dolani. So you can look into it and straight Pan-Africanist. We make no apologies here about our defense of African people, African love and African unity. We don't support none of the divisive argument. We totally reject this delineation argument.
A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? But we don't know how much American State Department or Justice Department is involved in Foundation of Black America.
And so what I'm saying to these brothers and sisters, because I think it ain't just brothers, there's some sisters too. Stop this attack. You can't rationalize attacking your own people when I don't see one attack coming from you on the enemy. I don't see any documents you're doing where you're attacking, identifying and attacking the enemy, or you're informing the people of who the enemy is. Because certainly when they attack you, they're attacking me, they're attacking Baba Coleman, they're attacking our sister Nelson, they're attacking Dr. Nobles, you're attacking all of us. Because we've all been a part in multiple parts of the exercise you've been involved in instructing and teaching our people. Some of it, I think, Tariq, is just plain ignorance, right? Some of it is ego. Some of it is envy. Some of it is jealousy. But let's not make no mistake. The enemy created the strife between Malcolm and Elijah. Okay? And fanned the flame that caused us Malcolm's life. Okay? The brothers and sisters who was in there shooting their mouth off didn't realize they were carrying out the instructions of the enemy without even knowing it. Now, I hope I'm making it plain to people because y'all won't understand what's going on. They've made this division, they divide Minister Farrakhan from the rest of us. You know, like somehow Christianity has more credibility than Islam. Give me a break. But the enemy has told you to keep this division going. So you can find everything in the world wrong with that brother, no matter how much good he does. Now, some of it is ignorance. Some of it is envy. Some of it is jealousy. But some of it is treachery and collaboration. And for those who are involved in the treachery and collaboration, I can't put my finger on you and say specifically who you are.
A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? But we don't know how much American State Department or Justice Department is involved in Foundation of Black America.
But I want to be very clear. You're not going to play me in the middle of your treachery. And you're not going to play me in the middle of even your envy, your jealousy, and your hatred because someone has achieved something that you don't feel you can achieve. Maybe you need to do the work. Because a lot of things, when you see people achieving, they put the work in. And not only put the work, I know this brother, not only put the work in, he put his own money in. Ain't nobody really giving you no money. Go back to history, they made the same attack on Booker T. Washington. Booker T. left us Tuskegee. How you going to put him down? How you going to make him a coon? Booker T. ain't no coon. You got to study his history and really understand that man.
Right. He wasn't. Let people know that Booker T. Washington was a real rider and a real revolutionary, especially behind the scenes.
Absolutely. He was always, I'm from South Carolina. You know, South Carolina people, we easily dream Booker T. Washington. And Diane Wright, Dr. Diane Wright has written a wonderful book on Booker T. Washington, Pan-Africanist, to get rid of a lot of that myth. Booker didn't run around wearing a dashiki every day or making trips to the continent. But Booker financed Bobby Du Bois. Du Bois was his friend. They had a rift. They had a tip. They got past that shit. Those brothers have been friends most of their life. Du Bois and Garvey had a rift over a real issue around Garvey's meeting with the Klan. But they did more work together than they did fighting one another. But somebody's job was to make us see them divided. And then we just caught in these divides. And they're doing the same. I see the same thing with you. I'm trying to listen for a logical reason why you've been put under attack. I have not seen one. Right. I mean, the only thing, you cuss sometimes. Yeah. And you use that N-word, which I'll tell you right here in front of the whole words. Stop using it. Now, I didn't agree with that discussion on the so-called N-word, right? But since our people made that a consensus among them, I said, okay, I'm going to respect. Y'all took that position that we don't use it, then I won't use it. But I thought I had different views on it because of how white folks arrive at it in their ignorance. Couldn't even pronounce negrito, so they came up with another pronunciation. No matter what we were called, they hated us because they wanted what we had. And they set out to take it.
A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay? But we don't know how much American State Department or Justice Department is involved in Foundation of Black America.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. We have people from all over the world being dumped into our country, the people that aren't wanted in their countries, by the way. I think that's a great, like Somalia. Welcome. Do we have any individuals from Somalia in the group? Please raise your hand. That's from Minnesota, you know. That's called the Great Big Minnesota Scam with one of the dumbest governors ever in history. I love this Ilan Omar, whatever the hell her name is, with the little turban. I love her. She comes in, does nothing but she comes from a country where I mean, it's considered about the worst country in the world, right? They have no military, they have no nothing, they have no parliament. They don't know what the hell the word parliament means. They have nothing, they have no police. They police themselves, they kill each other all the time. I love it. She comes to our country and she's always complaining about the Constitution allows me to do this. We ought to get her the hell out. She married her brother in order to get in, right? She married her brother. Can you imagine if Donald Trump married his sister? Beautiful. She's a beautiful person. If I married my sister to get my citizenship, do you think I'd last for about 2 hours, or would it be something less than that? She married her brother to get in. Therefore, she's here illegally. She should get the hell out, throw the hell out. She does nothing but complain. So now, and we have our savior in this room. His name is Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent. That very handsome man, but you don't, under that beautiful exterior is a killer. And here's what happened. He is in charge of the investigation of Somalia and the billions of dollars they have robbed from Minnesota, right? I hope you're not one of these Republicans where something comes up and they don't do what they should do because they're nicer people. You know, they're much nicer people than the Democrats, but Scott's actually not a nice person at all. So, Scott, you're in charge of that investigation? Okay, I'm not interfering at all. I'm just saying, please do a good job, honest and fair, right? Honest and fair. Oh, if he's honest and fair, you know what he's going to find? It's great. I'd love to have that job. I may switch jobs with you. I'd love to have that job. They ought to get him the hell out of here. They hate our country. And she hates our country. And her friends hate our country. And AOC hates our country. They all do.
I got 5 children. My children are no garbage. I campaigned for the president in 2024. I actually went out and we reached 50 million people endorsing Trump 7 days before the election. We couldn't afford anything back then. There was a fentanyl crisis. There was an issue of affordability. The living standards went down. Crime issues. These are 5 very important things to us. And we believe that Trump will be the solution to it. I've been a Republican for over 25 years. I'm not going to stop being a Republican. But what I do know is for a fact is we're getting killed out here because people are saying, we told you so.
I mean, what can you say? You know this man is bigoted. We know that he is hateful. We know he's xenophobic. We know he's Islamophobic. You know, you and I remember had a conversation when he called the African nations shitholes. He talked about Haitians eating cats and dogs. And you know, it's frankly hilarious in many ways because I don't think he thinks, right? And you say read a book. I don't think he reads. I don't think he has the curiosity to know those things. And I laugh at the fact that he says, I complain about the Constitution. I'm not complaining about the Constitution. I'm complaining about you not following the Constitution. For the love of God. Like, you need to follow the Constitution. I'm a lawmaker. I'm your check and balance in the legislative branch. Like, I want you to follow the Constitution. And so, of course, he's been working really hard to deflect from the fact that he might have potentially committed war crimes. He's deflecting from the fact that he's pardoning narco traffickers and people who have terrorized their own country. You know, he's deflecting from the fact that he hasn't addressed the economy. And he's deflecting from the fact that he has overseen a pedophile protection party. And so, to me, I know that those of us who are Somali in this country see ourselves as Americans. That's what our passport says. That's what our nationality is. And we know that we are protected by the 14th Amendment. We know that we're not going anywhere. And there is no way. I mean, he needs to just, I know he says he hasn't met me. Maybe he should spend 5 minutes with me because then he would know that as Somalis, we are never intimidated. And, you know, we're never going to feel like our esteem or confidence is shaken by a bigoted fool, you know, making a mockery of the White House, of our nation, and of the presidency. I mean, these are people, you know, who are not that dissimilar from him, that are in his cabinet. They all have their slew of bigoted, racist, xenophobic, Islamophobic things that he said. Hexat like has white supremacist tattoos. And Christian supremacist tattoos. So, you know, these are not people that you would expect to react any differently. And I think the press in many ways that covers the White House, I think have gotten used to his bigotry. They all have, I think, that delayed reaction. and they've all gotten used to all of his lies. That's why there's rarely a follow-up. But they also have gotten used to his abuse. You know, you've seen him say to one female reporter, "Quiet, Biggie." You see him calling another one stupid and dumb. This is a very abusive, deranged old man, and I think for a lot of people, it's still shocking, it's still jarring that he is the president of our country.
They would love for me to join with them to dump on some black immigrants. There's a huge bag for that.
Okay, yeah. That's you mad because you're getting deported? Is that what you mad at? Don't you troll, Abel, you little musty camel herder. Hey, sir, sir, calm down. Sir, calm down. We don't do that. You see how emotional they are? You see how emotional the tethers are? Why are you so emotional? Abel, why are you Abel? Okay, your name, sir, your name, sir, you're a handicapped tether. You sounding tough. You're trying to sound tough, but you sound like you're in a wheelchair. Don't sound tough. You sound like you're in a wheelchair. So please stop the tough talk. Yeah, you sound like you rolling on some D's, nigga. Yeah. Abel, calm down. You're not going to troll in here. Abel, calm down. You're not going to do that. You sound handicapped. You sound like you're in a wheelchair. Nigga, your name should be disabled. Your name is disabled. It ain't Abel. Your name is disabled.